Hello, greetings. My name is Dora Colquhoun and I am a theatre maker and artist based in Liverpool. I'm going to be giving you my top 5 tips for being an artist and making work. Now, tip number 1, don't be your own barrier. And I mean this in the sense of you're already pretty radical by being an artist in this crazy capitalist neoliberal machine. Don't say that you're not allowed to take up space, because you can. You have to say you're an artist to be an artist. I think, therefore I am. Don't have imposter syndrome. Don't listen to those niggling thoughts that say you're not allowed to take up space. I would start off by telling people, call your mother, call your MP, tell the world. I used to struggle with the word, and now I tell people about 50 times a day. Do you know where B&Q is? No, I don't. I'm an artist. What's the time? I don't know. I'm an artist. Tip number 2, fear. False evidence appearing real. We all have to overcome fear. It can really get in the way of your creative journey. For example, it might stop you from emailing someone because you think, but I've never met them before. Or applying for that call out because you don't fit every one of the criteria. Or you might not contact a more established artist who can give you some sage advice because you think they'll be too busy. What a load of old sugar. You are allowed to ask for support, and when you do, you'll be surprised by how many generous people there are to help you. No one is an island. Tip number 3, stealing, begging, borrowing. We all do it. It's very rare that you'll find an original idea, so that's why there are so many fantastic resources out there for you to use. For example, if you're working in participation, 20 Stories High have a fantastic amount of free resources available to use about how to care for an audience, consent forms, and how you can start a project, getting it going from scratch. I recently put on an event that was inspired by the work of artist Lois Weaver. She created the long table discussion format that's free for artists to use, and I took that format and I used it to have a discussion about the cost of living crisis. I didn't have a budget, but I thought this needs to happen. So I contacted a venue, the Unitarian Church. I got a friend to make some soup, and I got some people who are passionate about the subject to come and help facilitate. Things can happen when you put your mind to it. For that event, I decided to contact local organisations to see if they'd donate something for people to take away as a token of their contribution. So I contacted Cass Arts. They gave free tote bags. I contacted the Blue Coat. They gave free drinks vouchers and the Arts Bar. I also contacted Stephen Gerrard via Instagram. Did he reply? No. Was I upset? Yes. Will I contact him again? Probably. Hi, Stephen. Tip number 4.
Collaboration.
Brilliant! Collaboration is a beautiful thing. Yes, there are things that I can do on my own, but there's only so much I can achieve. For example, I can make a sandwich, but can I make a digital sandwich with a QR code and lasers coming out of it? Wow. Sounds pretty cool. That sounds really cool. Write that down. Cheese and pickle digital experience. I'm going to need an orchestra, a coder, and some tiger bread. We'll write the Arts Council application later. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. So collaboration is really valuable, especially to my practice, because I like to think, what can I achieve when there are other people around? So finding out who is in your network. And money can be an issue when starting out, but it doesn't need to be about money. Sometimes it can be a skill share. Maybe you're good at Microsoft Excel, or you're really organized, or you can offer your free time for something else. Craig, what are you good at?
Well, I can make films. I'm good at drawing.
Wow.
I can act.
Yes.
I can sing. I can dance.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And Craig lives within 4 miles. You actually live less than that, don't you?
Yeah.
Liverpool's very small. But find out who is in your vicinity. Collaboration. You like collaboration, don't you?
I love it.
It's brilliant.
Hey.
Hey. Also, being a freelancer, it can be a bit lonely, can't it?
It can.
I'm in a high vis, there's no explanation. Tip number 5, which is a 2-parter. What do you want? / how to eat an elephant. It's brilliant as an emerging artist to explore. What are you interested in? Follow, play, let your intuition guide you. But it's also good to have goals. Apparently, if you write something down, it's 42% more likely to happen. Well, actually, I was told that prior to the cost of living crisis, so let's take away 11% for inflation, so it's 31% more likely to happen. But I'm a great believer in manifesting. I would like a pumpkin. Wow, it's so orange. I can't be bothered to cut this up. I would like a lobster. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's everything I dreamed and more. I would like ADHD the Musical 2023 Autumn Tour to be funded by the Arts Council. 2023 tour. Are you listening? Yes, so it's very important to have a goal. An exercise that might be helpful is write down something you'd like to achieve in a month, then something in a year, and then in 5 years. Now your 5-year plan could be something as big as, I would like to have my own gallery or be a curator or have my own solo show. And that's a fantastic goal to have, but what small little bits can you do to get you along the way? Maybe start going to the shows of artists you enjoy, start following artists that you like, find out about how they got to where they are in their career. Surround yourself with positive quotes, with people that inspire you. Create an environment that you want to be in. And you know what they say, hang in there. You can put the cat in. And then, all failing that, there is something that's been going for a really long time, and it's the National Lottery. Okay, so to summarise Dora Colquhoun's top 5 tips. Number 1, don't be your own barrier. Try and overcome imposter syndrome. I know it's hard, but you are allowed to be creative. You're allowed to be an artist. Tell people. Number 2, fear. False evidence appearing real. Sometimes you've just got to go for it. Email that person. Go for that opportunity. Say yes and work out how it's going to happen later. Because when you take risks, that's when exciting things can happen. Number 3, stealing, begging, borrowing. That's about looking at the resources that are already out there. How can you make something happen? Ask people for help, contact venues, you can do this. Number 4, collaborate. Collaboration is so amazing because you can take people with different skill sets, combine them with your own and create something unique and beautiful. And it means that your dream doesn't have to stop at what you can achieve. What can you achieve when you bring everybody together? Musicians, painters, artists, choreographers, directors. All these people can make something incredible. And then number 5, what do you want and how to eat an elephant? It's really important to have an idea of where you'd like to head. Even if you're not 100% sure, having goals in mind is a really helpful way to steer you in the right direction. And with regards to how to eat an elephant. People can get very overwhelmed when they're thinking about the big picture. So just think of it as one bite at a time. Make steps towards your overall goal, but don't beat yourself up if you're not doing everything you're meant to be doing. Just a little bit at a time. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you need to ask me any questions, you can email me or contact me via my social media. I'm more than happy to answer any questions or share my practice with you. And yeah, maybe we can collaborate. Who knows? Well done for being fantastic, because you are. Still the one that I love. The only one I dream of, still the one I kiss goodnight. Still the one that I love.